Nobody in power put as much emotion into killing his victims as much as Tommy did. His murderous rampage were drenched in emotion, blood, sweat and tears in his 30 kills. Tommy has been involved in a lot more murders than 30, but he's actually directly killed 30 people himself, the most by any character on Power, and is 10 more than his brother Ghost. In this video, I'm running through all 30 of Tommy's kills, so strap yourselves in, and by the end of the video, I want you guys to comment down below which one was your favourite kill by Tommy Egan. Welcome back to MovieBot, and let's talk about the murderous rampage from Tommy Egan. So who remembers Ramon? He was Tommy's first on-screen kill. Ramon was hired to rob a shipment of drugs from Ghost before he was caught by Tommy, and he was beaten for information but refused to talk until Tommy starts setting his body on fire. And he had Julio put out the flames with a fire extinguisher. Ramon eventually broke his silence and told Tommy what he wanted to know, but still died with his injuries. And this was the first glimpse we got as to how ruthless of a character Tommy was going to be, and it wasn't going to be the last of his murders, as we soon found out. Nomar, that paedophile who was hooking up with Ruiz's 14-year-old daughter and became an informant of Angela Valdez before Tommy eventually caught up with him and being set up when he thought he was meeting Isabella. Tommy stabbed him multiple times and leaves the scene just in time before Angela gets there and almost gets caught, but here's where we see how smart Tommy is, hiding against the wall before making his escape, and this showed he was a seasoned killer. These murders didn't affect him at all. He stayed calm and collected, allowing him to think of an escape after killing Nomar. Chuleta, shot to death for attacking the Soldado Nation, and this one showed how Tommy toyed with his enemies and liked having a little bit of fun before killing them. He wasn't just ruthless, he toyed with his victims. He takes Chuleta and Polito to a rooftop, wraps them up with bubble wrap and pushes them over the edge. They survive but shoots the wounded Chuleta twice in his chest. It was later revealed by Poncho that everybody found out about what Tommy did to Chuleta, and everybody knows now not to mess with the Soldado Nation, and especially Tommy. He not only toyed with his victims, he left fear in the rest. Emotion, blood, sweat and tears. That's how I described Tommy's kills at the start of this video, and this one was all about tears. Holly Weaver, strangled to death for ordering Ghost to get killed. Holly hired the assassins to go after James and Tariq. They get into a fight and she's strangled to death in rage. This is the death that affected Tommy the most. He returned to the spot where Holly was buried and he mourns her death. Tommy later visits her hometown where he brutally kills her uncle Sam Weaver, who admitted no remorse when he raped Holly when she was a kid. Later, Tommy found out about Holly's pregnancy from Tasha and became even more devastated that he killed his child and Holly. This one unfortunately ended in tears for Tommy. Hugo Sanchez, a member of the Lobos cartel. Hugo is captured by Tommy and Ghost and interrogated. Hugo starts talking about Bella and Holly, and that triggers the craze that lays inside Tommy's mind, causing him to shoot him to death. Let's just say Tommy doesn't take too kindly to threats either. Carlos Vibora Ruiz, the leader of the Soldado Nation, who turned criminal informant. Ruiz accepts Greg Knox's offer to snitch on Ghost, and we all know what happens to snitches when Tommy's about. He doesn't take too kindly to a snitch. Ghost tells Ruiz to give Milan up instead of him. When Tommy learns of this from Tasha, he gets to Ruiz first, stabs him and then dumps his corpse. Let's just say snitches don't last very long on Power. And let's stay on the topic of snitches while we're here. Tony Teresi, another snitch, and the real reason he got out of prison was to snitch on Ghost and Tommy. He eventually tells Tommy that he's changed his mind about snitching on him when he started to get to know Tommy, but Tommy tells him it's a little too late, dad, and there goes Teresi, another snitch. Staying on the subject of snitches, how about another one, Spanky. Spanky is processed out for his cooperation after telling Agent Blanca to look into Poncho's murder and agrees to testify against Tommy, but like I said, if you're a snitch, you gotta go. Tommy finds Spanky and there goes Spanky. And Poncho, well, he was shot in the head for being disrespectful. He was a member of the Soldado Nation in season 6 when Poncho stood up to Tommy. It ended up with Tommy shooting Poncho, setting an example of what standing up to him will do. Milan, the guy who thought he outsmarted Ghost. Well, he did at first. Tommy turns Peter to his side and uses Ghost and Tasha's plan to help get rid of Milan. Milan thinks Ghost is going to be killed at Truth, but the script is flipped. Milan's men are held at gunpoint. Milan is surprised that Tommy betrayed him, but just as he's about giving his last words, he's shot down by both Tommy and Ghost. Bailey Markham. He was a Homeland Security agent who got called up by Joe Proctor. Markham plays Ruiz recording to Proctor in his house, and who's there but none other than Tommy, who stabs him to death. And while we're on the subject of Proctor, what about the blaze of gunfire in Ghost's apartment that Tommy took him out with? Proctor turned into a snitch. He told Cooper Saxe that he was the one who killed Angela, and what Proctor didn't know is that Saxe told Maria Suarez that Proctor is also his witness, and Tommy overheard Saxe telling Maria while he was hiding in her closet, also taking out Maria Suarez, and these two were killed in the matter of moments, Maria Suarez first and then Proctor. Then Benny, the cousin of Joe Proctor, goes after Tommy and pulls out a knife, but Tommy finishes the fight as he rims the knife into Benny's heart as he drops dead on the floor. Tommy disposes of his body at the junkyard. But this sequence of killing just shows how cold Tommy really was. I mean, killing Angelo was one thing, but then turning up to a funeral in front of Ghost, going up to Paz to give his condolences, really added insult to injury. Tommy was cold and ruthless. Emotion, blood, sweat and tears, and with this one, this is one where he showed no emotion. Then there was Croup. He was an assassin hired by Rashad Tate to try and kill Ghost. He tries to cancel the hit on him, but then he tries to go ahead with it anyway, unbeknown to him that Tommy was also in the picture. Ghost and Tommy team up, with Tommy eventually gunning down Croup. Vincent Ragni, the Italian-American drug-dealing mafia don, he ran the Ragni crime family. Vincent went after Tommy, boxed him in, and this is where Tommy showed what a badass he was. He kills 5 of Ragni's henchmen, taking his kill total to 23. Then he kills Ragni as well. He also killed another 2 of Ragni crime family members, Dominic and Nicola. There was also an unnamed man who was a member of the Toros Locos, who was shot in the head after believing he is avenging Julio's death, and also 2 other Locos members were shot to death, as well as 2 RSK members who were shot to death after Kanan shot QDubs. And there we have it. 30 kills, all by Tommy Egan. Now he was involved in many more murders, just like Filipe Lobos, Miguel Alvarez in the very first episode, but he wasn't directly responsible for the kills. Now these 30 kills by Tommy shows he's cold, ruthless, and every single murder had a meaning behind it. And it goes back to what I said at the beginning of the video. Emotion, blood, sweat and tears. That's the best way I can describe all of Tommy's murdering rampages throughout the 6 seasons of Power. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure you hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be bringing you the most up-to-date breakdowns and reviews of Power as soon as Power Book 2 Ghost is on our screens. So make sure you're subscribed. And comment down below, let me know what your favorite Tommy kill was and why. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.